I was just talking for like 7 minutes and I did not hit record. Peace, beautiful people. Welcome to or back to my 75-day medium challenge. I'm currently in week 4, but I'd like to give a recap of week 3. As of today, I've been going strong post restart continuously, and I'm on day 18, which is insane to me. That's about a quarter of the way through, and it just brings me so much joy to know that I'm going strong for 4 weeks into this thing that I've committed myself to. I was traveling from my cousin's wedding at the top of week 3. Congratulations, newlyweds. I don't typically film much unless I'm planning to, and I hadn't brought my camera, so unfortunately I have no content of my cousin's wedding other than these selfies of me looking like a 4-course meal. Even though I didn't get any content of my travels, I did, by the grace of God, maintain my workouts. Water intake, and reading. I actually brought my remaining meal prep with me to New York, so I maintained my vegan nutrition plan. Once that ran out, I did vegan takeout, so even though it wasn't meal prepped food, I did maintain the nutrition plan that I set up for myself. I did vegan takeout while I was traveling, and even when I got back home, I didn't jump immediately back into meal prep, so it was a lot of takeout, which I remember from my post-meal prep days that I do not enjoy, especially trying to figure out what to eat, waiting on it to arrive, the cost of DoorDash and Uber Eats. But I did what I had to do. Oh my gosh, so I discovered this vegan Mexican restaurant and I finally got to try burrito tacos. Why did I circle back to that restaurant 3 times? I switched up my meal prep plan for the duration of September. Rather, I combined the last 2 weeks. So we're having eggplant and string beans, which I overcooked in error, with a vegetable fried quinoa, as well as sweet potato with corn and black beans, and vegan mozzarella cheese. I'm so sad that watermelon is almost out of season, but of course we had to do the fruit bowls once again. And a heaping side of dishes that I kindly tossed in the dishwasher because who made this mess in my kitchen? When my best friend and I were roommates, she would be like, "Don't worry about the dishes fairy will get it." Like, girl, it's me. I'm the dishes fairy. I realized I like snacks more than actual meals, so I made sure to have extra this time, like guac and hummus and grapefruit and yogurt with granola, edamame and muffins, and I've been wondering why I'm feeling a little fluffy. My best friend is doing intermediate fasting, so I'm thinking maybe I'll give that a go as well. So, very fond of Rach, and she does have cardio videos on her channel, but I realized I did not add that many to my September workout calendar. So something I'd like to incorporate into my October workout calendar is cardio and weight training in addition to Pilates. Potentially an outdoor walk, might go outside, probably not. A major glow for me is that I finished my September book of the month. It took me about 3 weeks, and I don't think I've ever read a book that fast in my life. So I started my October read a bit early. I'm reading The Bait of Satan, and I'm not sure if the author did this intentionally, but the chapters are approximately 10 pages long. So I'm reading about a chapter a day, and at this rate, I'll be done my October read by the first week of October. I'll keep y'all posted. I'm stoked about this progression because a goal of mine at the start of 2024 was to be a more avid reader. and it was a very slow progression, but I'm picking up the pace and don't intend to let this momentum die down. With my Bible reading, I got through the book of Judges, the book of Ruth, Ecclesiastics, and I've been feeling called to read the book of Proverbs, so I did. I navigate between the Old and New Testament, so I hopped back to 1 Samuel or Samuel 1. I'm not sure the order it's set in, and that is where I am now. My plan is to finish reading the Bible by the end of December and then to restart it in January, taking my time and going through a much deeper dive through each of the verses and scriptures into each of the books as I go through it. I actually always want to be reading the Bible. I think it's both necessary and essential for me to always be in the Word of God for my spiritual edification and growth. A major growth for me is I still haven't established any parameters around when to complete my challenge task by. I'm still finding myself working out or reading well into the night. And even though I'm getting these things done, this is something that I want to work on. Better prioritizing my non-negotiables and not letting them spread too far across the day and leaving them until the very end of the night. A part of the issue is definitely having established a solid morning routine. Work in progress. I'm getting there, not there yet, but I'm grateful that I'm at least maintaining the tasks that are leading me to these daily habits that are essentially meant to elevate the quality of my life, right? Reading 10 pages a day, now I know I can read a book in a couple of weeks. Having a focused diet, now I don't have to worry about what to eat. Yes, I'm snacking a bit more than I need to be. Gained a little winter weight even though it's autumn, but I'm working out consistently, I'm in my word consistently, and I know that these smaller steps toward progression are gonna be something I'm proud of as I look back and see how far I've come. So yes, I got some work to do, but I'm well on my way, right? I'm on the right track. I forgot to mention in my last video, one of the reasons I was so grateful that I had to restart, I thought my 5 Below water cup was 64 ounces, so I was drinking 2 a day, getting my gallon in, right? Wrong. The cup fell and broke, so I went and got a 40-ounce Stanley tumbler, and I'm thinking, I'll just drink a few more of these a day. I was doing it so easily before. I'll have the same amount of water, but have to refill my cup a few more times. Child, why did that joker arrive and it's the same size? So thankfully I figured that out around the time that I messed up and had to restart the 75-day medium challenge, and I'm actually drinking a gallon of water now. My sister goes like this with her hand like she's a makeup influencer when we're on FaceTime. But the funniest thing is she does it with massive items. So I'm like, you're not bringing that huge cup into focus with the palm of your hand. I don't know why I'm so tickled by that, but I think it's so funny. Anyway, your girl is properly hydrated now and drinking a gallon of water. A full gallon is about 3.5 of these. So I try my best to do 4 a day and just get a little bit more water intake in, but as long as I'm doing that minimum 3.5, I'm good. You can see my mustache when I'm this close to the camera. Those are my major updates. I'm gonna keep on keeping on and continue the progression. My plan before the end of this month is to create my October workout calendar and my October meal plan so that I can hit the ground running at the top of the month. I'd like to leave us with this quote: step out your estimate. Step in your essence and know that you're excellent. Rise. I have a quick thing that I want to share. If you don't do something like this for yourself, like a box or a list or a jar, I highly recommend get yourself a box of wins or a something of wins, a jar of wins, a list of wins. This one I started last summer, and I opened them and I read them in July, and then I continued adding to it. But my best friend, flexing a little bit, got me some Tiffany shades for my birthday, and it's such a good quality box that I was like, what can I use this for? And pretend that I have name brand things. So I made it my box of wins, and when I accomplish something, big, medium, small, I write it down. I started writing the date on it so I can like backtrack, and I put it in my box. Wait about a year just to see all that I've accomplished over the year. And I think it's a really great source of encouragement because it's so easy, especially with grind culture, with society just having constant overstimulation and constantly being on the go, for us to forget to acknowledge ourselves and reward ourselves and pat ourselves on the back, give ourselves a good job, well done, right? To positively affirm ourselves. We have to have some kind of motivation, something inspiring us, something reminding us, A, of how far we've come, and B, of how much further we can go because we've already gotten so far, right? So this is my little box of wins. Yours don't have to be Tiffany like mine. Everything I own that's name brand has been gifted to me. Let's start there. Because your girl is frugal, okay? But seriously, get yourself a jar, a box, get yourself a sheet of paper. Start a list. Acknowledge the things that you are doing. Put some dates on them. Give it some time. Let that list build. Let it accumulate. And come back to it 365 days later. You're going to see how proud you are of yourself. That's it. Bye. Thank you so much for your continued support and encouragement. Thank you so much for spending your time and energy in my space with me. Until next time, peace.